Well, guys, it is time to bring this World Cup series to an end. It's been a decent tournament. It has been an okay tournament. It's been a tournament of boring football, surprising results, surprising achievements, and some surprising awards. I'll obviously give my opinions on the awards. First off, I've got to give credit to the teams like Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Iran, Peru, Colombia, and the likes. The fact that they qualified for the group stages in the first place tells you all about what the team are capable of. You never, ever underestimate the underdog. Try saying that 5 times fast when you're drunk. But you never underestimate them. Because they will pull off shockers. We've had it in the tournament. All group stages and into the round of 16. For example, Mexico beating Germany 1-0. And you've got likes of Croatia not only beating Argentina, Croatia humbling Argentina, humbled them 3-0. You get players like Messi, Aguero, Di Maria. You wouldn't expect that for Croatia for that to happen, especially from an Argentina side with that much quality. But it just shows how much managers with no ideas can affect the balance of the squad. Like Jorge Sampaoli, he's due to go. Joachim Löw, or Joachim Löw, or whatever he's called. The German FA decided to keep him despite their early exit in the group stages. To me, that's a bit surprising. He only left the experience in the German squad. He didn't have many young players. That was concerning for me. Now, to be fair, I'll probably expect him to get to the round of 16. I wasn't expecting him to get out of the group stages. I wasn't expecting him to be eliminated at the group stages. That did surprise me. But it's the way it is. I give a few players a shout out. Chicharito Hernandez. You see his passion, how much it meant for him to be at the World Cup of Mexico. Harry Kane, congratulations on being the top goal scorer. Congrats on winning the Golden Boot. To be fair, he did deserve it, and he probably should have had more than 6 goals. But he didn't take his chances. It's the way football is. The entire England squad they've overachieved at this World Cup. They could have went all the way, but they just lost their fight against Croatia. So if anything, England do deserve a lot of credit. England have overachieved, and let's be realistic. England overachieved. And Croatia, credit to them for getting to the World Cup final. Obviously, like I said in my previous video, I put them down for a laugh to win the World Cup. I actually wasn't expecting them to get to the final, so a lot of credit has to go to them, to Zlatko Dalic for doing a good job with them. Credit needs to go to, again, your underdogs, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Peru, and the likes. They've been incredible this tournament, pulling off some shocking results. Peru very unlucky not to qualify, but they had a lot of chances, they didn't take them. It's the way football is, got to go. And I'll give my opinions on the result, on the awards. I think player of the tournament for me, I'm actually surprised Modric got it, to be honest with you. If anything, I think the player of the tournament was probably Kylian Mbappe. He was probably the most consistent in the World Cup. Between him, Pogba, Modric, I'd say Mbappe and Pogba were top 2 in my opinion. They were the most consistent. As I've said, they carried that French team to win the World Cup. But you know what? Congratulations to Modric. End of the day, him, Rakitic kept that midfield solid. But then again, that's the aim of football. You win the midfield, you win the game. But unfortunately, that wasn't to be. It wasn't to be, despite them dominating possession, dominating the midfield against France, but somehow France scored more. It's just the way football is. The one that I'm questioning the most is the Golden Glove Award. Harry Kane won Golden Boot, deserves it. Modric won Golden Ball, fair enough. I'd have gave it to Mbappe. Out of him and Pogba, I'd have gave it to Mbappe, but fair enough. Modric was up there, he done really well. But the Golden Glove one, I'm questioning that. Thibaut Courtois wasn't exactly called upon much. If anything, I wouldn't say Courtois was top 2. For me, I think top 2 was Daniel Subasic and I don't know. Could I say pick top 2 anyway? Pick what order you want. Daniel Subasic and Jordan Pickford. For me, they were the top 2 best goalkeepers in the tournament. I'd have probably gave it to Jordan Pickford because he pulled off some dynamic saves. Just look at example in the third place playoff. That Thomas Meunier volley. He should not have saved. A goalkeeper like him shouldn't be saving that. Let's be honest. But the fact that he did save it just shows how much quality he has. He pulled off save after save after save after save in the World Cup, and yet he didn't. He's going to show for it. And he's been a bit hard done by, I think, Pickford. And Subasic, the amount of saves he was making was unreal, especially in the penalty shootouts. He saved maybe 3 or 4 penalties altogether. Look, I'm hearing things that they don't really count penalties. For me, they should be counting penalties. Because the penalties saves do count for something, in my opinion. So if anything, top 2 is Subasic and Pickford. Followed by Courtois and Lloris. You could give the Mexican goalkeeper a shout. He's been really good. That's my top 5, really. Tight between Subasic and Pickford. You decide who you think should have won the Golden Glove. Do you think it should have been they two? Should it have been Courtois? For me, top 2 is tight between Subasic and Pickford, followed by Courtois, then Lloris, and then the Mexican goalkeeper. That's my top 5 goalkeepers. Players that stood out for me: Kane, Modric, Rakitic, Perisic, Pogba, Mbappe, Varane, Subasic, Pickford, John Stones, Harry Maguire. There's so many players to name that have stood out. The top four, you got France who won it. They do deserve credit, even though they play boring football. They do deserve credit. You've got Croatia, runners up. The midfield dominance from them is unreal. They do dominate the midfield. Belgium finished 3rd place. Just dominated England. Nothing England could have done. And then England in 4th place. As I've said, overachieved. But France won it. Strange tactics. Again by Deschamps, but at the end of the day, as I've said in the last video, they get the job done in the big occasions. And that will close off the FIFA World Cup series. You know what? Overall, I've enjoyed the tournament. As I've said, some boring football games at times, some good skills, some very shocking scorelines. Actually, my goal of the tournament, Benjamin Pavard against Argentina. The technique of that volley, the back spinning that ball, it just made it even, the shot even more beautiful. And the game of the tournament has to be Argentina and France. France beating them 4-3 that has to be game of the tournament, followed by Portugal and Spain 3-3. So aye, that's the end of the FIFA World Cup series, guys. Another World Cup tournament at the end. Well done, Russia, for making your country proud, for hosting a decent tournament. Not a lot of violence, which, to be fair, I was expecting, but nothing really of the sort. So Russia's got to get a lot of credit for that. I will not. There is no way I'm doing a World Cup series at Christmas time for 2022. No way. But if I've got to wait 8 years for another World Cup series, then I will. For 2026, I'll wait for another few years. Before I close off, I just want to question VAR. What's the point in it? VAR just... fair enough, it brings fair play into the game, but it wastes time and kills drama. So, I'm not going to waste time on VAR. I'm just going to close off and also, the amount of penalties in this World Cup was unreal. All those count how many have been made by VAR. I've actually lost count. But that is the end of the World Cup series. I'm going to finish off this video by saying that congratulations to the top four countries: France, Croatia, Belgium and England. You've all done your countries proud. You've up, especially Croatia, especially Belgium and England. You've all overachieved. You really have. And I'm just going to say, this may have been the World Cup of penalties. 3 penalty shoutouts. It's been the World Cup of penalties, but most importantly, and not for a good reason, and surely this has to be the end of it, but it has been the World Cup of VAR. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tournament.